So you might be able to guess from what we're bringing. Oh, we've made a cheeky purchase yesterday.
Buenos días.
We got chickens. Gallinas. So this is where they're going to be staying. Nice. Yeah, it's still hot. You pop it on this wood. Yeah, so we have 4 chickens. Looks like they're eating a bit, but we gotta fill it up. That's what we came here for. Yeah. So we have the bravest one here, Mariola. The one in the white. Yeah, they're all kind of guarding over there because I'm here now. Yeah, we only got them the other day, so that's why they're still a bit iffy of us. Once we know we're the ones giving them food and stuff, they'll know that we're chill. And also, we need to get them used to this pen, because this will be where they sleep. Once they are, you know, they'll be able to roam free in the land here. Just need to know that this is where they sleep. So yeah, that's what we're getting at here. Just want to make sure they're comfortable, and also that they know that we're not a threat. And then, yeah, we'll get them comfy. Hopefully they'll start laying some eggs, and I'll just love to see these fellas walking around. So you got Mariola, is the white one. You got Michael Jordan, and then I don't know what the other 2 are named. Gotta wet the stones as well. What we're going to do today is we're going to complete the fence just to bring it all the way down to the end here instead of bringing it across. Her mom said that's fine, because also we're going to be letting the chickens loose sometime in the next week or so, just to get the run of the land once they get used to their home. Yeah, and then we have to add more stones here to finish this path. We have to plant a new herb that we got, and I think that's it really for today. Yeah, we can have a think about other to do while we're doing it, but
Everything in the land, and then we have to spread all the rocks there in the path.
so we're gonna go feed whole tomatoes to the chickens. I'm talking to the camera, don't worry. Yeah, we're gonna feed whole tomatoes to the chickens, see if they eat them. My mom has them there. We forgot. We also have watermelon seeds that we want to try and plant and see if they grow. Try and hit one in the head.
Michael Jordan! Venga, Michael Jordan!
Right, so this is what it looks like here now. What we're going to do is we're going to move these big rocks. They were good, but when we're moving the hose around, they just get knocked about. Chew! Yeah, they just get knocked about here and here. Like the hose moves and we kick them. It's just not worth it. Like, they're not great. Like, if they were buried in the ground a bit more and they're a bit lower down, maybe, but they're not. So we're just gonna lift them up. Maybe keep a few kind of like nice looking ones. Bringing this lad over to flatten the rocks. It is heavy as. Is this like basically a giant rock? You see here, it's just full of cement. I'm gonna grab some breakfast, just a yogurt and maybe some cheese, and then yeah, we're gonna plant the mint plant that we had, the chocolate mint, and then see about those watermelon seeds as well. So we'll get at that now, right? So this is where we're gonna plant this one here. This is the chocolate mint plant. It does, to be fair, smell like chocolate mint. Not the strongest chocolate, but it's there, like.
Not dark chocolate, maybe white chocolate.
Yeah, like a white chocolate flavored mint. What would you use it for, you know?
Tea.
Tea?
Like,
Yeah, true. Drying it out, having like a nice chocolatey tea.
like he's wet, it's really wet.
Yeah.
They watered before we bought
Ah,
it.
yeah,
Right before
no.
we bought it.
Let's say whenever you transplant a plant, you gotta wet it up. It's just to allow the roots to be able to get in there, you know. You think we need to water this more? I don't know.
Watered it this morning.
Yeah. Right there. Yeah, it should be good. We got these as well for free. We're gonna try and pop some seeds in here to start them germinating. Just as a different tactic to throwing them in and hoping for the best. Just seeing if we can get more results here and then plant them directly in the soil and just be able to actually like pop them in, you know. But I'll fill this all the way. Hey babies, hey Michael, MJ. Well, basically our plan is obviously with the chickens to have eggs, but you know I won't benefit from that. I'm allergic to eggs, unfortunately, but the rest of the family will, so that's a big benefit. But there's lots of other stuff you can get from chickens, you know, like once they're accustomed to living here, then we'll be able to let them free and they'll know that this is their house, and at night time they'll come back here to go sleep. So we can let them out and they'll eat like bugs and just little critters, so they'll be like little pesticide fellas as well for us. And then also, you know, with the eggs, we can keep the shells, we can dry them out and turn them into a powder, and they can become like calcium, nutrients, fertilizer for soils.
We want them to eat organic from our land.
Yeah, also we want them to be like little, little composters as well for us. So like, we'll give them all of our leftover veggies, stuff like this. They'll eventually be eating them. Like they are a little bit, they're a bit slow.
They just
at
got
the
out of
moment.
the shop, so they have to get used to real life.
So what seeds are these, Elena?
Watermelon.
Got some watermelon.
Sandia.
Sandia in Spanish. Gonna put 2 seeds in each little section. We don't have enough for all these. We have more seeds of other things that we may as well just put them in and see if they grow too. And yeah, leave them out and see how they get on. So we have the hose going to be on a mist mode here, just so it's nice and light. We'll get water. A good soaking as well. So we only just did the first 4 rows on this side, and yeah, we'll leave the rest of the seeds when we really want to plant something. The rest of the soil. For now, we just leave them in there. All right. The other thing that we the other thing we kind of have to do soon enough. Hey! So we have to finish this fence over here. We're actually just going to continue right to the end instead of turning around. Her mom said that's fine, and then we can get rid of all these rocks and just go right to the end. That's easy peasy. And then we have to put a little extra fence in on this side. This is just for when the chickens are out and they don't eat our stuff, that whatever we grow, the berries, tomatoes, whatever. So this is what we got so far. Elena's just still putting rocks, putting the finishing touches on that part. We did a gate here, so it's just attached here onto the start of the fence, and then wrap a bit of metal around, and then there's a little slot here that we could just slide a little hook in, hook it out, open it up, close it. And these are just for like the chickens and stuff, so they don't come into our area and eat all our shit. So we might put a bit more stuff here. It just depends, and if they actually try to get in there, I don't know if they will. They might not be bothered. And I'll show you what Lane is up to down here. And then here's the rest of the fence here. There's a good bit more fence up by the chicken coop that we stole for over here. So yeah, instead of it going down here like it was, it continues all the way into the wall, where we have it all zip tied up against the end of the fence. So no chickens getting in.
We have to get some mushrooms for the potency.
Yeah, sprinkle some spores around there, be cool. Some shiitake mushrooms. Now I'll show you the other part we have to do, where we're going to add another gate as well, just because it's at the back of the camper van. So yeah, all this here needs to be fenced up. That's enough for the chickens. Doesn't have to go higher, but we do have to continue it on all the way to here. So we'll put a door here since there's just a nice bit of flat ground, and we'll fence this up here. Then we'll be able to just go whoop, walk in. Easy peasy. We have all these here and more over there of this one. Alright, so finish this up here. Just basically stuck a pole in the ground here, hammered it in, ziplocked this fence. It was really long all the way. It almost reaches the whole way over here. So just kind of zip tied it to the original fence that was existing here, but it covers this part here, and the door comes out this way. So I zip tied it to the edges here, and there's this, just a little hook. See? Just unhook that, open it up, close it, hook it up again. Simples. And just to keep the chickens out, so I feel like this will do it.
Y así como está recto, corta mejor.
Sí.
Well, that's how skinny it's gonna get.
Oh Jesus. Yeah, once it gets to just over halfway about here, we can add the rest of the water. Yeah, so we have it filled up to here. Yeah, up to here. We're going to do the rest of the water. Right to the top. Two of these bad boys. So a couple of cloves of garlic in there. And now, like we said earlier, we get to give our scraps to the chickens. So we had a few leftovers for the cabbage, and there was a rotten tomato.
They're really bad.
Ah, they'll eat it tomorrow. Hola chicos, chicas. Yeah.
Mariola. Mariola.
She was pretty calm there though, which is pretty good. There we go. Yeah, they have loads of scraps to nibble on now. Look, watch it. The antioxidants, guys, the antioxidants. They like it. That's the garlic. Oh, it's a bit strong, is it? Well, they seem to like it. Seem to understand that it's food. So we come tomorrow and we see what's left with the purple stuff.
You see the garlic, to be fair. If the egg has garlic flavor, I'm gonna blame you.
You can thank me. Garlic's one of the best flavors in the world.
Maybe a good hybrid.
There's another successful repurposing there. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Right, this is what we got here. Got some garlic, some cloves here, and then we got this like little onion, little enough. We're gonna try and plant it and grow it, just for the crack. Plant this somewhere here, dig a little hole, add some soil, you know the gist. So we're gonna plant it all down here, so then whenever the river is in use, the swell, we'll be able to get some benefits from that to the onions and garlic. Give it a few little hits like that, turn it up, get it deep enough, and plant all these bad boys here with some soil. So here I have our little babies here. I'm gonna fill these up with soil and then give them a good water. So I finally got some onions and garlic here. Alright, gonna give a little test to the water, to the flow. Alright, we got the rake or rastrillo, the good one. This one's just a bit better pushing dirt around in a kind of more easy, flat manner, just so we don't make too much of a deep hole. Another successful water test. Nothing is leaking or anything like that at the moment. Hopefully, you never know, might get some rain in the next few days. No, we won't. But sure, a boy can dream. So this will be the end of the day now. See what else we're up to. So tomorrow we're going to an antiques sale thing. Maybe I'll bring the camera. I don't know if I'll record anything though, just to see. I'll see if it's any good, I will. But if it's just like kind of crap, then I won't. But yeah, other than that, that's all we're going to do today, innit? Alright, we'll see you in
Water
the next one. So yeah, we're gonna water the plants, but just watering. No updates there. Right. Slán, go forward.